All right, so today is May 30th, 2023, and so the update for the land. Today I just got these truck parts, and big part of my money that I had saved went into these parts here. And just used that hoist from Princess Auto. Came in real handy. At this point, I've been working for this guy, and I'd say we were friends now, and so I worked for a week, got some extra cash, and he helped me out here, and I help him out. That's what small towns are for. What else? What else? I've been having trouble with the deliveries a few times. Somebody's been taking down my sign. So I had a number sign on the road, and first time somebody squashed it, and then I straightened it out next day, and then somebody actually just removed it last time. I don't know if it's a prank or maybe a crazy neighbor. Sometimes you get that. Or I talked to a local, and he said that's pretty common around here, so like pranks from kids. So I'll have to put some signs up, but with those pranks, and the deliveries sometimes don't come here. Got rid of a lot of garbage. This tree fell over with the wind. It's kind of in the way anyway, so I want this whole road to come out through here. So I burned the trees, the roots, because it's just hard. Can't really cut it up with the chainsaw because of all the rocks and dirt. You just ruin the chain. So the fire got rid of all this scrap wood, and also cleaned out the roots. So I'll just chop this up, throw it up there. Cleaned out nicely around here. I know it looks ugly, but at least everything's clean now. I have to break up some of these big rocks, remove them. So I did some tree chopping. I bought a lot of stuff, tools, like that winch. I bought sockets to be able to work on the transmissions. Yeah, I spent about a week working on the truck, removing the parts. Here's the transmission. I got a new battery for my laptop, because sometimes the small things turn into big things, because if I have a bad battery, then I could come to a point where I can't use the laptop, and without the laptop I can't order anything. And the city, actual like big city where you get everything, is far from here. Smaller items I can get locally, but there's some things like big tools, and I don't really have the time to keep driving around. It's just not efficient. Bought this air compressor, gas air compressor. Spent some time getting the transmission on the jack, on this dolly, on this pump cart, and then moving it here was quite the ordeal as well, because it's so heavy it sinks into the wood and then it gets stuck. Called some people around, see if I can get this scrap metal removed. But the few hardworking people around are busy, too busy, and it's just the white truck is problematic because it works perfectly great, like it's great mechanically, but without mirrors I could get into trouble with the popo. So and again, it's just time that's wasted. It's not really on the priorities, and so I'd have to get the truck emptied. I've got the back of it full of scrap steel as well, so that I can take this and load it onto the truck and then take it. So if somebody can come and do it, that would be much better. I did some work cleaning around the yard. So there used to be the wood stove there. I moved it there. The big truck tires used to be over there. I moved it to the back. I'm going to try to sell some of those motorhome parts. If not, I'll scrap them. So there's a grill over there as well, so that people left behind. That thing, and then this is all going to get buried, so this can just stay here. Don't really want to spend time burning this. This thing here was interesting. This is actually the old fridge from the other motorhome, and it's used to be aluminum. You can see most of it just melted off. And the funny thing is, I actually I took the glass because you can't burn glass. I did melt glass. But I went to the dump place, local disposal facility, and they said that I needed to hire a refrigeration technician to give me some kind of certificate so that I could dump the dispose of the fridge. Now, this, I even told the guy, I got rid of the pump, all the pipes and everything. There was nothing, not even the door. I cut all of those. So I understand that there's the Freon inside, and I think sometimes that could explode. So I don't understand how, but I knew that they have that, so I just cut it off. But even just so, I just had the shell, just it's an insulation and aluminum, and they still wouldn't take it. So it just, that's why I've said this before, and I've come to just have a bit more of a realistic and, in a way, a negative view of the world, because, when I grew up, I hated seeing garbage on the road and people throwing garbage on the road. And now I can actually understand it, because if I go to a disposal facility, it's a big money facility that we pay taxes for, and I can't dispose of garbage at a disposal place, what the fuck am I going to do with the garbage? So that's why people actually dump it. Because, if it costs me $20, you say, okay, I had to pay $20 to get rid of the fiberglass. Okay, it's not the best, because you shouldn't really have to pay to get rid of garbage, because that's what taxes are for. But, so they get money on taxes and when you dispose of it. So, and, then people just throw it on the road. Right? But they said I couldn't actually do it there. I had to look for a certificate. How much is that going to cost? And I asked the guy, well, do you guys have somebody here? Like, we don't know. So if you guys don't know, how the hell am I going to know? So that's that's my solution there. And, by all means, I think it's a good solution. There's a lot of incineration places that do this kind of thing. And I help the environment much more than I contribute a lot more than other people. I have solar. Like, all my electricity, 100% solar. No harm whatsoever to the environment. Right, but that's something to keep in mind. Just one of the disappointing facts about our society. And I'm at a very comfortable spot today, because knowing that I can get work locally is a huge relief, because I know there's a lot of city folk. I used to live in the city before I came here. And one of the worries that people have is finding work. And I was able to find work locally, and that's pretty good. But, I really believe in the saying that where there is a will, there is a way. I'm still, at the same time, I'm a realistic guy. There are some things that You have the will, but there's just no fucking way. But moving to the country is definitely not one of them. You can definitely get out of the city life if that's for you. And I always say that your dreams are limited by your ability to achieve your dreams is limited by your persistence, your ability to try. So if you don't try, you don't get what you don't try for. It all depends. Your success all depends on how much you try, how much you're willing to sacrifice, how much you're willing to give. So a lot of people just give up easily because they're not willing to drive an older vehicle, a used vehicle. They're not willing to get out of their comfort zone whatsoever. They're not willing to sacrifice at all. And nothing, absolutely nothing is free. Except for the love of your mother, maybe. Even that has a cost. So, but nothing's free. So if you think, it's going to take something if you want to move out here, if you want to move somewhere, or, whatever your goals and dreams are. And I remember when I used to live in the city, and I used to just be stuck. I hated being stuck in the system. The 6 or sometimes 5 to 5 or 5 to 7. You live for work. That's a horrible life for me, at least. Some people are okay with it. There's a lot of people that are okay with it, and that's good for them. But it's not for me. The rent, having a landlord that says, you could be thrown out, you could be replaced at any minute. You just can't build anything. You can't move forward. You just can't have a company. You just can't have, I just couldn't have what I wanted, my own things, because I didn't have my own place. And then everybody asked me, everybody doubted me. Oh, there's no work there. What are you going to do there? How are you going to live? There's no this, there's no that, blah, blah, blah. And today I'm just relieved. I'm really glad that I came here. I've got everything I need and more. I live a much better life than everybody else. I work if I have to. If I want to work on my own things and not work for somebody, I can do that. If I don't work, I can still survive. It's the other day I was just sitting down and I was just realizing, I'm almost completely self-sufficient here. The only thing missing for me to be 100% self-sufficient is food. So I don't plant anything yet. And that's really the only thing. So power, I have electricity from the sun, 100% free, 100% free. After you buy the solar panels, you buy the solar charger, and I just use the batteries from the cars. 100% free. So I don't pay a cent for electricity. Maybe I'll buy some fuel, for the chainsaw or something like that now and then, but that's pretty little. Pretty small cost. Okay, so maybe fuel. I'll add that to the list. I don't pay rent here. I pay taxes, land taxes, which again is not much at all. So, and that's pretty much it. Water, I get free water from the river. Now and then I'll get some propane. So again, I guess that counts as fuel. But some people already have and I want to get that at some point, a water heater. And then that's another thing down. But, people in the city are easily spending $3,000 to $5,000 a month. So they make a lot of money, but they waste a lot of money. So even here, I don't make a lot of money, at least not now. But all the money that I do make, I can save. And if I keep working locally, then I pretty much save all that money. Because all in all, with fuel, like maybe for the car and the generator for running some tools and the propane, on average, I'd say that's maybe $50 a month. Maybe once I get the big trucks going, then let's say that's 100 with taxes and insurance. Let's say $200 a month. Let's say 500. Who who spends 500? Okay, let's add food. Let's say 600. Okay, who spends that much money? Fuck, let's go to 1,000. Who has a monthly bill of $1,000 in North America? Nobody. And owns their own place. Nobody. People are working daily, constantly to pay a mortgage or pay rent. And so this here for me is peace. This is peaceful. I'm not worried about, I don't really have to worry about the other stuff that people have to. People are constantly worried if they're going to get to work on time. Oh, what if, or if they get fired, or if there's no work, or when COVID was around and they shut down everything, people are desperate. How am I going to pay my monthly car bills of $2,000? And I just don't have that. So I think it's a pretty good lifestyle. I think it's a, if you work hard to achieve it, it's a lot easier and it's very achievable. It's a lot easier than going through the normal system. But anyways, I've talked a lot. So again, today was May 30th, 2023, and that's my update.